InTheRingBoxing.com.
What's up, fight fans? Once again, we're back with the InTheRingBoxing.com podcast show. We have on the line with us today undefeated heavyweight prospect Joe the Future Hanks. Joe is 16-0 with 11 of those wins coming by way of big knockouts. Joe, we appreciate you taking time out to come on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So your most previous win was this past Saturday on the ESPN2 Friday Night Fights card. You punished my man Terrell Nelson, made him quit. He refused to answer the bell for the 5th round. Talk about the fight, Joe. What'd you get out of it?
Oh, man, it was a good experience going out there, coming back on the East Coast for a little bit. And, there was a little pressure on me because I haven't been out there in so long. So everybody was kind of waiting to see, see if I got better, if I got worse. But I think I went out there. I think I showed pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good performance, man. You put pressure on the guy. I saw he laid on the ropes, and you did what you had to do, though. Joe, as you know, there's a two-headed champ in the heavyweight division, and by two-headed, I'm speaking of the Klitschko brothers.
Two brothers, right? We're talking about those guys.
Yeah. You had the chance to actually spar with Vladimir, right? What was that like?
Yeah. Oh, man, that was a great experience, man. You're with a big guy like that, big puncher, but most of all, just being in that environment, seeing if you can hang, if you can get there one day, and just seeing how champions really conduct themselves. So I took a lot out of it. It was a good experience.
All right. Joe, how would you describe your fighting style?
Oh, man, I like to look at myself as a, boxer puncher, a counter puncher that could bring it to you, big, strong, athletic heavyweight. Hopefully, I like to think I'm exciting. I don't know. What do you think? It was an exciting fight for you?
Absolutely, man. Definitely. I mean, you made him quit, so, hey, you must have been doing something right.
Hey, well, they say they pay you the same amount whether they go the full amount of rounds or if you get them out there early. So, I figure we'll go ahead and see if we get them out there early.
All right. Hey, Joe, where do you see your career by the end of the year?
By the end of the year, I like to see myself right there in the mix with those guys, mentioned among the top 10 heavyweights to be able to really make a push towards the title. I'm really hoping I can, really set myself apart from, as a prospect to a real contender. So for me, that's my goal for the end of this year.
All right, sounds like a good plan. Joe, how did you get started in boxing?
Well, in the beginning, it was recreation. I came out just a big guy, just hanging around, coming around the gym, and just trying to stay in shape. But before I knew it, winning a few Golden Glove titles, a few other state titles, and before I knew it, people were starting to recognize me as Joe the Fighter. And before I knew it, I was in it.
All right, I have a question for you. I ask some fighters this question, and for some fighters it's difficult, and for other fighters it's easy. Why do you fight?
Oh man, the sport, man. It's of course we all do it for the money, but bigger than that is just the sport. Being in a situation where everything falls on me, I have nobody to blame. The rewards from the way people respect you, and the way people view you when you're done a fight, man. It's like a feeling like no other. So it's a combination of those things. This feeling of respect that you get, the money. Those two are my driving forces when I'm going.
All right. Hey, Joe, your fighting name is The Future. How'd that come about?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was boxing one day, and some older guys were in the gym watching me work out. And I was, a young pup at the time, and they were saying, wow, that kid has a lot of potential, man. That kid looked like he's going to be the future of the division. He said, and other people said, yeah, man, you see him now, but just wait till you see him in the future. And it was always that whole thing, just wait till you get a chance to develop. So that's kind of how the name came about.
All right. Joe, who do you think is the greatest fighter to ever live?
Greatest fighter ever lived. You got to give it to Muhammad Ali. You got to give it to guys like Sugar Ray Robinson. I think, it's a toss-up between those guys. And, of course, the Jack Johnsons, pioneers of the sport. So I think it's a toss-up. I mean, it all depends on the person. But for me, I like to say Muhammad Ali. Just because in and out the ring, he put on the show all the time. So, people champion and the way he moved, the way he boxed, the way he talked, the way that, the fans adored him, the public adored him. It's all around icon.
All right, Joe, it should be interesting to get your prediction for 2 fights. Both Klitschko's have fights lined up. Vlad against David Haye, Vitaly against Tomas Adamek. Who's going to win those fights?
It's kind of hard because for those 2 guys, because you're talking about 2 natural heavyweights fighting one from a light, 2. But did they both start at light heavyweight?
I know Adamek did. I'm not sure about Haye.
Well, Haye, cruiserweight, starting off at cruiserweight. So those guys are just so so much bigger than them, and it's gonna be a real hard test. But you got to go with the big guys. The big guys, they're carrying the weight. They're gonna be stronger. When it comes down to the later rounds, they're still gonna they've taken bigger shots. So I got to give it to the brothers, and of course for me, I would love to see the brothers lose because I don't have to be in the ring with anybody that big. So. But I kind of think they're gonna pull it off.
All right, I need another prediction for you from you. Pacquiao Mosley.
Pacquiao Mosley. Pacquiao's a busy guy. But for this one here, man, I'm gonna go off on the limb. I'm gonna take the underdog. I'm gonna give Shane. I'm gonna be one of the 2 guys that's gonna give Shane a chance. Me and Shane probably the only 2 guys who gonna give him a chance in this fight. So I'm gonna root for the underdog, just because he's the underdog. And I believe maybe Shane may have one more good one in him, and I'm gonna root for him. I'm gonna go for Shane on this one. I know everybody's probably calling me crazy and everything under the sun, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it to Shane on this one. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for the underdog, and if he wins, it would look good to see Pacquiao Mosley too.
I hear you, man. Actually, I'm right there with you, man. I think Mosley could pull it off. All right, man. Is there anything you want to say to your fans in closing?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for giving me an opportunity to have this interview. And for my fans, just keep on looking out. I'm going to put the division on. I'm going to come out and be a shining spot in this division. And, hopefully sooner than later, we can better say that we have a heavyweight champion that's right here in America, God willing. So I want to thank everybody for all the love and support. And I'll still be here. Keep on the lookout.
All right, fight fans, look out for Joe, the future Hanks. Hopefully, this is the man that brings that heavyweight belt back to America because he's a class act, a gentleman, and a warrior. That's all for today's show. My name is Carlos Cruz from InTheRingBoxing.com, telling you to stay cool and educate yourself. Peace.